Kia ora koutou katoa. This is InfoJam, where we stop and update you on news and info from the past week. Leading news this week, more than 140,000 high school students in New Zealand have started their end-of-year exams. The first exams were held on Monday the 14th of November and will run for around 13 school days. The largest NCEA exam was Level 1 English, with more than 45,000 students registered to sit it. There are 458 exam centres, mostly schools, including 7 in the Cook Islands and 1 in Niue. This year, most exams are being done on paper, although just under half of all students can sit an exam online in a supervised centre. This year, due to COVID-19, the government was again allowing schools to award extra credits called Learning Recognition Credits. Students can receive 1 Learning Recognition credit for every 5 credits that they achieve during the year, up to a maximum of 8 credits at levels 2 and 3 and 10 at level 1. It also lowered the threshold for university entrance. UE usually requires 14 credits in 3 different approved subjects, but this year students can get it with 14 credits in 2 subjects and 12 in a third. In world news, archaeologists think they may be one step closer to finding the tomb of the last queen of Egypt, Cleopatra. Archaeologists have discovered a tunnel underneath the Taposiris Magna Temple in northern Egypt. The tunnel measures around 6 feet high and is almost a mile in length. The temple is located close to Egypt's second largest city, Alexandria. Egyptian authorities have permitted archaeologists to search and dig the area to see if their theory is true. Cleopatra became queen following the death of her father in 51 BC. She was a popular leader who was believed to have brought wealth and peace to the country. When she died in 30 BC, Egypt became part of the Roman Empire. From the Odd Stuff file, a number of new toys have been added to the World Toy Hall of Fame. The Strong National Museum of Play in New York recently announced the new toys. The toys include Masters of the Universe, Light Bright, and the Spinning Top. These 3 toys were selected from a field of finalists that also included Bingo, Breyer Horses, Catan, Nerf, Pinata, Phase 10, Pound Puppies, Racco, and Spirograph. The museum said the Spinning Top has been a favourite children's toy since ancient times, with cultures in Asia, Europe, the Americas, and Australia enjoying the spinning toy. The Masters of the Universe figures are made by Mattel. These toys centre around heroes He-Man and She-Ra, and they hit shelves in the 1980s and spun off into multiple animated TV series, comic books, and a feature film. In sports, the Black Ferns are the world champions. They beat England 34-31 in a pulsating match at Eden Park. Before the final, England was on the longest winning of the international rugby of 30 games. But the Kiwi team didn't think about that, as they went on to win the World Cup for the 6th time in front of a record women's rugby crowd of 42,579. England started strong and got out to a 14-0 lead. However, the game changed when England went down to 14 players when Lydia Thompson was shown a red card and sent off. Although England stayed in the lead until 9 minutes to play, at that point Aisha Letiinga scored a decisive try and the Black Ferns had the lead for the final time. England had a penalty chance in the final 2 minutes, but instead went for a line-out. However, New Zealand held strong to secure the famous win. England has now lost 5 World Cup finals to New Zealand. Our pop culture topic this week is all about Ash Ketchum as world champion. After 25 years of training Pokemon, Ash has finally found victory as the top Pokemon trainer. The title was won in the latest Pokemon Ultimate Journeys, the series episode that aired in Japan on November the 11th, winning the Masters 8 tournament of the Pokemon World Coronation Series. The journey for Ash to become Pokemon World Champion began in 1997, when he turned 10 years old and got his license to become a Pokemon trainer. At this point, he also received his famous partner in crime, Pikachu. Throughout the series, Ash and Pikachu have worked with other trainers and trained with various other Pokemon in different regions. The Pokemon Company said Ash's crowning as world champion in Pokemon, I Am Glad I Got to Meet You, marked a significant pop culture milestone and celebration of fans who are committed to following his journey for 25 years. Finally, the value of the week this week is still choices. Remember, choices is the value of choosing between 2 or more possibilities. There are times where we can feel like there's just too many options and we can't decide between things. When you have to make a choice, it's helpful to take some time to think about the pros and cons of how each option could turn out. A helpful way to start is by thinking things like, where does this lead? Will this make a big difference if I go with this option or not? How does it fit with my goal? By starting with those types of questions, you may be able to eliminate some options straight away. Then you can work out the pros and cons of each option and make your choice. And a huge shout out to Pompelia Catholic School in Kaitaia. Have an awesome day, team. Stay cool. And that's it for this week's Info Jam. If you want to know more about these stories and others like them, make sure you have a look around kiwikidsnews.co.nz and remember to tune in next week for our next Info Jam. Tā ki te anō.